Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Treya Tarot. This is the collective reading for Tuesday, September 10th, 2024. I'm going to use the Darkwood Tarot by Sasha today. And I've already shuffled, so I'm just going to cut the deck. I hope everyone's doing well this morning. And if you like these readings, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you get notified, whenever I upload. Okay. See what we have going on. Four of Pentacles. Four of Wands. That's so interesting. Okay. Strength. The Knight of Cups. Temperance. I love Temperance, especially in this deck. It's beautiful. Very Taurus, even though it's a Sagittarian card. And the Six of Swords. Okay, to me, I've been reading a lot about the end of Pluto in Capricorn, and I know that that's coming through in these readings quite a bit. It's definitely here as well, but the Four of Pentacles, the Miser card, withholding, keeping things too closely to the vest, not paying attention to what you have around you, what your resources and gifts actually are. The Four of Wands is the portal card. It is also a card of unions and celebrations. And then strength. The thing about this deck is it's a shadow work deck. So the images tend to bring up things that sort of imply the opposite of the card's original meaning, or at least that's how it feels to me as I read through with these cards. So the Four of Pentacles being a tree, that growth is how do I want to say this? Growth demands that we stop withholding. So the fact that there's a tree, is that a tree? That might actually be that particular root thing from, I can't remember. Hold on. I'm going to pull the book out and see what we got here. Four of Pentacles, right? So the fact that there's just plants in that card just give me the feeling that the growth is implied, right? So if we can stop withholding or stop keeping ourselves small where we're not supposed to be, we may be able to actually grow. Like the Four of Pentacles usually means the opposite of, I guess, if that's the best way to say it. I don't want to sound confusing, but I'm trying to get a nebulous thought across. Where are my pentacles? There they are. So, yes, the Four of Pentacles. It's the Mandrake. It is. It's the Mandrake. Well, we all know what movie that was from. Okay, so the fact that it's a Mandrake, right? Mandrakes are covered entirely by soil, right? So the thing is about the grounding, about the growth downward. And because this is a shadow deck, we're reaching within to process through whatever's coming up next. So there's that. Then followed by the Four of Wands with that feeling of moving through to the other side, because that's what's coming through contextually because of the rest of the cards. So the Four of Wands, we're moving through to the other side. We're moving through a transitional phase, a liminal space that may actually feel a little haunting or a little scary. I mean, the troll under the bridge in this card makes me feel like we're all potentially a little aware that something else is still hiding beneath our feet, and that the Strength card is implying what we'll need to get through that. But in my opinion, what's coming up over this week is more familiar than anything else. So any space where you might feel a little bit afraid, the Strength card can influence how you respond to that. So Strength as a life force, the snake in the card. In this deck, this card makes me feel like we're pulling up what we need from deep within ourselves. And then there's the Knight of Cups, Temperance, and the Six of Swords. Knight of Cups, movement towards fulfillment, right? Could also potentially be a partner. Temperance, balance, flow, keeping yourself steady and stable through the ebbs and flows. And then the Six of Swords is movement away from difficulty. In this deck, though, she's leaving, it's hard to see, but there's someone reaching out to her in this card. So she's leaving, but somebody's sad to see her go. And the thing about this is that she's moving off to better shores. She's literally moving away from something difficult, but there's people who are still there who she can't take with her. So there's a feeling from these 6 cards so far, that we're leaving things behind that we wanted to bring forward, that we are moving on from something that may have felt very secure and safe to us at one point, that we are learning how to deal with our shadow work, stop restricting ourselves and withholding, and still go forward into the things that we want with some sense of balance and steady footing, which is quite a trick, you know? I don't know how we're doing all of that. The Devil and the Empress. The Devil is temptation here. Okay? It's the temptation to not do the work. And the reason I say that is because as we move towards this feeling of having something to, give birth to, so to speak, or something to create and manifest, we will have to encounter the part of us that just wants to not do the hard thing. And it's okay to give that a minute of space to exist, It's okay to feel a little bit tired at this point. We've all worked really, really hard. So this is fair on some level. But the shadow work implication of the Devil is that we're tricking ourselves. We're stopping ourselves. We're holding ourselves back from the manifestation we're actually trying to create, because work is work, It's not always pleasant. 9 of Pentacles, walking through your garden of riches. That's what that card always means to me. The 9 of Pentacles is having all of your resources available to you. It's contentment, it's ease, it's stability, but there's an implication of naivete there. So there's a little bit of, I don't want to be the adult. I don't want to grow up. But we're all grown up. And we have to take, I want to say control, but I mean responsibility for all of the resources in this card so that we can step into the Queen, which is essentially who she is in this card. She's the inevitable queen, but she's at a phase in her process where she just wants to hang out in the good stuff and not do the work to get that level up, So the remains of Pluto and Capricorn over the next couple of months is bound to bring us up against the things that we don't want to leave behind, the things that we are intentionally on some level using to keep us from growing because they're hard. It's hard work, and we don't want to, we don't want to force it anymore. We don't want to pull ourselves up from our bootstraps, so to speak, anymore, because we all essentially want to find this. We want to find this, but with the queenly attitude or the kingly attitude, or, whichever one you choose to identify with. But that Knight of Cups is what's kind of, nagging at me for this reading, because that Knight is actually taking steps towards the fulfillment. That Knight is moving forward, period. No matter what, that Knight is committed and fully invested. And it's sneaky because this whole reading seems to have these slightly dramatic moments of like big creations and, pulling up from the depths of your internal space to move through that portal area. And there's a lot of drama here in a way. This could be a very surprising couple of months, right? Or day or week, But that Knight of Cups is like, no, I got this. I'm grounding this energy. That Knight of Cups knows where they're going. So follow them. All right. Have a good day. I will see you tomorrow. I hope everyone's well. Bye.